I recently started checking out this platform called Voo because so many creators have been hyping it up as the ultimate tool for turning simple text and reference images into completely new, full-length videos. However, after playing around with it for a bit, I quickly realized that while making new videos is one thing, actually extracting consistent, platform-ready clips from your existing long-form content is an entirely different, much harder game. This is precisely the problem where I think Vizard really shines. Because if your main goal is consistently turning those long conversations or tutorials into polished, short social clips, Vizard was genuinely purpose-built for that specific demanding job. For anyone totally new to the Vizard ecosystem, let me quickly walk you through the starting process, which is actually super simple to get going right away. You simply head over to their site, sign up using your preferred method like Google or a standard email address, and you'll likely be greeted with a generous free trial so you can thoroughly test everything without any immediate financial commitment. Once you successfully log into the dashboard, you'll notice the interface is incredibly straightforward. Just drag and drop your long source video file or easily connect to your preferred cloud storage where your large media files reside. Then, the powerful AI immediately gets to work, scanning through all of your footage to intelligently find those specific moments that have the highest probability of performing extremely well across all social platforms. It spits out an entire stack of potential clips that are already formatted and essentially ready for immediate posting, which is honestly miles faster than the manual chore of scrubbing through minutes of video trying to guess what content will actually stick with viewers. Now, here is where the real-world comparison test comes into play. The generative power of Voo impressed me with its flashy ability to create trippy skylines from text, or make static images move in unusual ways. But when I truly put the entire end-to-end workflow head-to-head against what Vizard provides to creators, it became immediately clear they are solving two fundamentally different types of problems in the content space. Essentially, Voo is deep in the business of creating brand new visual assets from scratch using text prompts, whereas Vizard focuses on taking the gold you already mined in your long videos and instantly turning that raw material into social-ready bite-sized content. This means that for the vast majority of established creators, maintaining strict publishing schedules and content consistency will always triumph over chasing the fleeting novelty effects offered by purely generative tools. I want to walk you through the three most critical components that actually make a tangible difference when you are attempting to build a dedicated audience directly from your substantial long-form video library. Those three game-changing elements are the ability to auto-edit viral clips, the function for auto-scheduling posts, and the integrated content calendar that keeps your entire publishing pipeline perfectly organized. I will briefly demo each one right now so you can get a genuine, practical feel for the seamless flow of how everything connects together within the platform. Kicking things off with the first core pillar, the powerful auto-editing feature designed specifically for finding those instantly viral short clips buried deep inside your long recordings. You upload that massive file, maybe it's a 25-minute in-depth interview or a sprawling 40-minute technical tutorial, and Vizard's specialized AI immediately scans the entire duration of that recording from start to finish. It excels at intelligently detecting those high engagement moments, such as punchlines, genuine emotional beats, crucial quick tips, and even specific statement patterns that are currently trending across the internet right now. Following that thorough analysis, the system then autonomously generates a substantial batch of several short, distinct clips that are immediately ready to be optimized for different social platforms. You receive preset options for different aspect ratios, meaning you get crops tailored for TikTok, Instagram Reels, and the ever-popular YouTube Shorts without lifting a finger. Crucially, the captions are also auto-generated with impressive accuracy right inside the clip, which saves a colossal amount of time that would normally be spent transcribing and styling text overlays. I actually put this feature to the test with one of my most recent long-form videos, and in less than 5 minutes, I had a genuinely useful collection of at least 8 to 12 distinct high-potential clips ready to go. Some of the highlights the AI selected were completely obvious, but others were unexpected hidden gems, like a single perfectly phrased one-liner that is tailor-made for a viral meme format. Now, you have to compare that lightning-fast creation process to Voo's approach, where you actually spend valuable processing credits just trying to generate entirely new, sometimes abstract visuals from scratch. Vizard's real strength is simply making the existing gold you have already mined completely usable and deployable across the internet right now. Furthermore, the overall output quality is a major differentiator. Voo's generated scenes frequently looked a bit glitchy or slightly off-model, especially when using complex descriptive prompts that prompted weird results. I specifically recall seeing some truly bizarre flying cars in one test that looked for all the world like they were having some sort of digital seizure, which is definitely not what you want for professional content. With Vizard, the output is inherently your own carefully recorded footage, which is merely trimmed, given a stylistic bump, and provided with necessary captioning, making it inherently more trustworthy. If your source video is already high quality, then naturally the resulting clips will also be clean, and any necessary color correction can easily be applied across the entire batch at once. This predictability is exactly what any creator focused on achieving consistent, measurable audience growth needs from their primary content repurposing tool. Moving on to the second major benefit, which is the auto-schedule feature, this is where the profound time savings you gain really begin to stack up in a significant way. Once Vizard has finished creating that whole batch of ready-to-go short clips, you can immediately define a specific posting frequency, whether that's daily, every other day, or exactly 3 times per week. The platform's intelligence then automatically handles scheduling those clips across every single connected social platform without you needing to babysit the calendar or manually stagger every single individual upload. For example, I recently instructed it to post 2 clips every single week across both Instagram and TikTok, and the system proactively selected what it predicted were the most optimal posting times for maximum reach. It might not sound like rocket science on the surface, but it's truly those smaller, consistent automations that successfully transform the vague goal of "I should post more content" into the tangible reality of "I am consistently posting more content." Now let's dive into the third crucial component, which is the content calendar. This acts as the clean, highly visual planner where you review, edit, rearrange, and give final approval to every clip before it is officially published. Think of this dashboard as having a small, dedicated social media team all bundled together in one central location, giving you granular control over the final output. You can easily swap out suggested thumbnail images, make fine-tuned adjustments to the captions, update your relevant hashtags, or strategically hold back a piece if you feel it absolutely needs a slight rework before launch. If your workflow involves collaborating with other team members, it becomes exceptionally easy to leave specific notes or assign certain clips directly to a colleague for their mandatory review stage. This contrasts sharply with many other tools out there that either force you to export your videos and then manually upload them one by one to every single destination platform, which is incredibly tedious. I have personally used many excellent editing platforms that had fantastic features, but completely botched the publishing workflow, forcing endless clicks and frustrating manual uploads into separate apps. Vizard's primary advantage here is that it seamlessly bundles the entire creation to publish flow, allowing you to move from raw video files straight through to a fully scheduled post without ever needing to jump between multiple applications. I want to touch quickly on the quality aspect again, specifically addressing the weirdness I encountered when testing those highly experimental generative clips with the other platform. I deliberately tried pushing the generative video tool with some truly wild prompts, and the resulting scenes often came out either low quality or downright glitchy, even after attempting to run an upscale filter. The facial renderings looked particularly uncanny, and any abstract flying objects tended to become geometrically nonsensical, which is a very common hurdle for generative video technology right now. Because Vizard is exclusively working with your own authentic source footage, you completely bypass that entire unsettling uncanny valley effect that plagues purely synthesized content creators. If the original recording you upload is beautiful and clean, the resulting clips will inherently maintain that high standard, offering reliable and professional results every time you run the process. Let me quickly share a few concrete examples from my own testing to illustrate exactly how effective this intelligent repurposing can truly be in practical scenarios. In one instance, I uploaded an entire 20-minute podcast interview, and Vizard immediately extracted a perfect 30-second anecdote that ultimately became my top-performing short clip across all my feeds that week. When I fed it a detailed technical tutorial video, the AI intelligently created 3 separate, concise, quick-tip clips, complete with suggested relevant hashtags and on-screen text overlays. I also experimented with a recording featuring a panel discussion with multiple speakers, and Vizard offered smart multi-angle edits and suggested cutting the best reactions into very short, highly impactful reaction cuts. Even more impressively, the tool was capable of detecting when an answer contained a particularly insightful or quickly shareable metaphor, recognizing those small moments that translate exceptionally well to the shorts format. Regarding styling, Vizard provides you with professional style templates like news bite, tutorial, or quick reaction, ensuring every clip has a foundation of consistent visual branding across your whole library. You maintain the power to customize the lower thirds graphics, easily overlay your own logo asset, or select a preferred style for how your auto-generated captions are presented visually. This attention to visual coherence is vital if you are aiming for a professionally cohesive feed, rather than just a random assortment of mismatched, visually jarring posts that appear haphazardly. Now, many creators utilize powerful but manual tools like Descript or CapCut for their more intensive editing tasks. And while those are certainly capable programs, they often demand significantly more hands-on time investment from the user. Vizard's distinct competitive advantage lies squarely in its superior batch processing capability. One single upload leads to one AI pass, and you are immediately rewarded with dozens of fully formatted, deployable short-form content pieces. Let's quickly cover the pricing structure and plans, as that is always a significant factor when deciding on a long-term content solution for your business growth strategy. Many competing tools offer a basic free tier that is heavily restricted, or conversely, a feature-packed tier that is prohibitively expensive for consistent weekly output, making scaling difficult. Voo, for example, provided me with a pool of test credits to play with their generative functions, but scaling that credit consumption for a regular high-volume posting schedule could become financially burdensome extremely fast. Vizard's subscription models, however, seem strategically designed for creators who absolutely require consistent weekly or even daily output, focusing on value rather than synthetic generation costs. While nothing that produces high volume will ever be truly cheap, the overall value proposition per finished clip becomes substantially lower because you are not paying a premium to synthesize entirely new visuals from scratch. If you are genuinely serious about sustainable growth in the current creator economy, Vizard's calculated return on investment tends to make much more sense after just 1 or 2 months of consistent use. I do want to clearly call out a couple of small, important caveats to keep in mind, so you set your expectations accurately before jumping in headfirst. Firstly, if the original long video file you are feeding the AI is already extremely low quality in terms of resolution or audio clarity, Vizard can only do so much with imperfect source material. You will absolutely still require a baseline of decent framing in your original recording and relatively clean audio capture for the AI to produce truly exceptional results. Secondly, those highly polished multi-camera episodes with intricate pre-planned cinematic sequences might still require a final, detailed human touch after the initial AI generation process is complete. But for the overwhelming majority of everyday creators, dedicated podcasters, online educators, and even busy internal marketing teams, the AI handles the tedious heavy lifting so humans can focus on the final creative polish. So, to summarize my final thoughts, testing out these generative video platforms like Voo was certainly fun and occasionally quite impressive on a visual level, but it fails the real test. For most creators who already possess a significant library of long-form footage and urgently need more short clips consistently, Vizard simply solves the everyday bottleneck problem much more effectively. It is significantly faster. It reliably extracts the right impactful moments. It automatically formats everything for each specific social channel, and it schedules your entire output like an absolute dream. What I really appreciated is how Vizard genuinely felt like it was engineered by people who actually post content daily, rather than by developers trying to produce novel, abstract visuals from nothing. If any of this sounds intriguing to you, I highly encourage you to sign up for the free trial and immediately toss one of your longer videos into the Vizard system to see the magic happen. Give the AI just 5 minutes to work its initial process, check out the quality of the clips it pulls, examine the suggested posting schedule, and take a solid look around the content calendar functionality. If you happen to get some genuinely great results from your first test run, please circle back, leave a comment down below, and tell me which specific clip ended up performing the absolute best for your audience. I'm always genuinely excited to hear the surprising positive results creators discover when they start automating this crucial part of their content strategy. Furthermore, if you are curious about testing out the premium paid tiers or need a direct comparison between Vizard's professional offerings and other high-end editing software, just let me know by saying the word. I would be more than happy to create a dedicated deep dive video to show definitively whether paying that extra monthly cost actually translates into a measurable acceleration in your audience growth metrics. All right, that officially concludes this particular deep dive into how Vizard handles long-form repurposing compared to purely generative video tools for creators today. If you are hungry for more hands-on walkthroughs of practical, usable AI tools specifically designed for modern content creators, not just the fleeting hype, then keep your eyes locked onto this channel for future content. I have an entire organized playlist already compiled with previous tests, comparisons, and breakdowns of other helpful software. And you can check the recommended video overlay that is currently displayed on the screen right now for direct access. So please go try Vizard out for yourself right now. Mess around extensively with the auto edit and the scheduling functions, and then sincerely let me know if it actually saved you the significant amount of time I believe it will. With that final piece of advice, I'll wrap this one up by saying peace out, and I'll catch you all in the next video breakdown.